of a live stream. What's going on, brothers and sisters? I got one of those midday motivational talks for y'all. I want to talk about denying access to individuals that take you for granted. Yeah, this is a real serious topic right here, especially in this day and age that we living in. It's important that you do not cast your pearls before swine. It's important that you're very careful with how you divulge your energy. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to stop crossing oceans for people who won't even jump over a puddle for you. You got to stop that. Oh, yeah. See, as brothers and sisters in truth, we're often taken for granted. And it's because the world is double-minded. The Bible tells us that a double-minded man is unstable in all their ways. And a lot of times, we're dealing with two-faced individuals as well because of this double-mindedness. 9 times out of 10, ladies and gentlemen, if a person is two-faced, they're double-minded. You get it? Now that's a double entendre right there. If they two-faced it, they double-minded. And these are the same people who love you love you again, and then they love to hate you, but they need you. But you seem to be disposable to them. Oh man, it's difficult walking in our shoes, man, and knowing what we know. Because the thing is, the light that you brothers and sisters have, other people need it. It's a need. And a lot of individuals can't separate their needs from their wants. They don't get that there's a spiritual dynamic involved in all of this. It's something spiritual involved with all of it. And when you're around these people, they're gaining something from you. They're gaining your light. They're gaining your energy. A lot of times we're the voice of reason in their lives. A lot of times we're the ones who are the shoulder to lean on. But it's quite often that these people, use you when it's pretty much when it's good for them or acceptable for them. But not understanding that you brothers and sisters are people too. But here's the thing. You gave them too much access in your life, and now that access must be denied. Now y'all wonder why here on this channel I'm so quick to block people. I mean, I don't play about my block button. Y'all already know how I get down. I don't play about that in my contact list. I don't play about that on social media because I understand that a lot of individuals who tune in, they actually take this content for granted. If I know about people if anybody knows about being taken for granted, I will be one of the top people to talk about it. I think that's why the Lord is putting it on my heart to really discuss this, because if I'm on social media and I'm seeing the lack of support, I'm seeing the fact that people are not, sharing my content, people are not doing what's necessary for us to reach the next level, although I'm pouring into their lives, I can only imagine what you brothers go through on a day-to-day basis. See, the Lord showed me this because you guys are fighting it too. And you're fighting it every single day, being taken for granted. People that may be in your household, some of you brothers are working overtime, triple overtime to provide for a family. And some of your wives are not grateful. They don't get what you got to go through on a daily basis as a man. And you're not getting love in return. You're not getting the support that you deserve. There's people who are there for their parents. Parents that didn't even necessarily do a good job raising them, but they move in with their parents, take care of them, help them in their old age, and they're still taken for granted, getting defecated and pissed and spit on pretty much. And it's tough to be long-suffering and endure that. But here's the thing. We were not meant to be peasants. We were not meant to be stepped on as God's people. We were not meant to be taken advantage of as God's people. And it got to come a time where you put your foot down, regardless of how your emotions are, and just deny access to people who don't deserve it. A lot of those people are going to use your access as pretty much an entry point to destroy what you got going on. Ladies and gentlemen, when you are too kind, people will take it for granted. When you are too giving, people will take it for granted. When people feel as if they can rely on you, and really they should be relying on the Most High. They should be relying on the Creator. You will end up being taken for granted. In the moment where you say no to those individuals, you're going to see the devil come out of them. You got to understand, there's some people that you can only help but so far. You're going to see the enemy come out. You're going to see them horns grow right out their head when you tell them no, as if you owe them. As if you owe them something. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't owe anybody anything. Your duty is to serve the Creator. And, you know, we got to get it so we're getting the support needed even on these platforms, because these type of forums that we have, these type of discussions that we have, they're very needed in our spiritual development and our growth. We got to share these videos. We got to like these videos. For those who don't know, I'm having a very, very special guest on the show, and I want to announce this right now while it's on my mind. I'm going to be having Matt Pressbury. Yes, Matt Pressbury is going to be joining our show. This brother was on Steve Harvey's show. This brother was on Good Morning America. This brother, he is the founder of Black Fathers Facebook group, which is exceeding nearly over 100,000 followers. The brother has done a lot of philanthropy work in the community. He has went against the media when it comes to the misrepresentation of our Black fathers, man. And we're going to be having a very pivotal discussion on my show. He's coming to the show. He's coming tomorrow at 5 o'clock Standard Eastern Time. And that's August 24th. 5 p.m. Standard Eastern Time, and everybody needs to join. Everybody needs to make sure that video goes viral. Everybody needs to like that video. Everybody needs to really support, because there's a lot of individuals who take this platform for granted. We've had some of the best guests in the world over here. We've had the likes of Monologue McGad. We've had Brandon T. Jackson. We had Woodrow, former member of Drew Hill, and the list goes on and on and on, of actual special guests who have, you know, sold millions of records, been on television, box office hits, or done some real work in the community. So, you know, we got to do what we got to do, man. And, you know, now back to the topic about being taken for granted. Let's break this down. Let me explain this to you all. Your peace as chosen ones is all that you have, ladies and gentlemen. Anytime somebody is disrupting that peace, they must be cut off from the root. They are a malignant root to your life. They will stop you from reaching your full potential, and they will be your downfall. We must understand, when you're taken for granted and you keep yourself in that position, eventually they're going to do something to you that is going to cost you longevity, livelihood, and success to some degree. It's going to happen. It goes without saying. Listen, in this day and age with all these two-faced, demented, half-brain dead, evil people out here, one thing is for certain, and two things are for sure, right? They will bite the hand that feeds them. Everybody's opportunist, and everybody's trying to overthrow everybody that they're in company with. Everybody's in secret competition, and everybody is venomous. And desperate times calls for desperate measures. You need people in your circle who can hold their own. You need people around you who can hold their own. You need people around you who have been taken for granted so they understand. They understand what it's like to put your heart, your soul, your mind into something, and people just pretty much have no respect for what you're doing. And that's one thing about it. A lot of you brothers out here, let me talk to you men. I want you to hear me close. You brothers got to stop investing your time in women who are unfruitful and unproductive. Now is our time as men to take our rightful positions as rulers of this here world that we living in. And brothers, there's no way you're going to be able to do that if you keep on being a stepping stool for a lot of these ladies, right? Put your flesh to the side. Put all of those things to the side and think for a moment. Is this woman going to be beneficial to you? Are you her counselor? Are these women basically leaning on you, telling you their life story, telling you everything they're going through, but they're not building nothing for you? Let me tell you, the time is over where you ladies can reach out to brothers just to have free counseling sessions. I said this a long time on my channel. Don't reach out to me to tell me your problems if you're a woman. You know why? Because you should have a husband. You're not going to get all my energy. What you don't get from my videos, then so be it. Don't ask me no extra questions. Don't do it. If you don't get it from the video, why are you in my inbox crying me a river, telling me about what's going on? No, you get it from the videos. Other than that, get yourself a husband. I'm not your counselor. Go get yourself some counseling, lady. Go get yourself a therapist. What do men of the Most High look like? We giving y'all all the things that you need to know as a woman to attract a suitable mate. But you think we're supposed to spend our time, effort, and energy and trying to build you up? No. You figure that out. And that's what you got. That's the attitude you brothers got to really have with it. Hey, how you doing? All right. Yep, somebody said when they pass their 20s with no husband, it's them. That's a fact, though. Yep, cry loud and spare them not. Yeah, you got to keep it real, because it's quite often when a lot of you brothers are calling these women, you know, they're basically using you at their leisure. You're basically being used at their leisure. And it's a comforting, what it is a comforting mechanism. A lot of these women out here, they want the best of both worlds, brothers. Don't give them that. Don't give them the best of both worlds. Don't have it where they can live a double life. They out here doing whatever it is they want to do, but they always come back to you good old boys. They always come back to the nice good guy. Nah. Deny access from those type of women. Don't give them the access. Empowered, thank you for the $9 contribution. I appreciate it. And I could say the same thing for a lot of you ladies when it comes to these guys who don't want better for themselves. What these guys got to understand is they can't fool everybody all the time. Some women know when you're full of it. Some women know that you don't want better for yourself. Some women know when you're trying to leech off of them. And they shouldn't be giving you access. Matter of fact, you should be ashamed of yourself that you don't have your priorities in order. You trying to get with this sister and get to a certain place, a certain social status or financial status in life before you get yourself together as a man and put your best foot forward. Nah, a lot of ladies ain't going for that, because the same way they out here getting these jobs and doing what it is they doing, you could do the same thing, fellas. You could do the same thing. There's no more excuses. There's really no more excuses. And I can see a woman helping a brother out for a time period because the woman sees potential in a man. There's nothing wrong with that. That is a good woman. If a woman is doing something out here, she see the potential in a brother, and she sees that brother has direction and goals and ambitions, and he talks about what he wants, and he needs that woman's helping hand, there's nothing wrong with it. That's a great thing. That's a blessing. But what happens in this modern society is Pookie and Ray Ray always taking advantage of that woman who believes in his potential. Deny access to that brother. If you seen that potential, but he ain't put no footsteps forward, you done gave him the resources, you done gave him the insight of how you got there, you done helped that brother. But guess what? All that potential you seen came to no action. It came none of it manifest. No. None of it is manifesting, which means he ain't about what he say he about. Access denied. It is what it is. At least until he get on his feet as a man. Go out there and get yourself together. And then maybe she'll grant you access again. But as a man, you shouldn't want. Let me tell you something, man. As a brother, if I wasn't able to take care of myself, I couldn't deal with no woman. I couldn't do it. If I'm not able to take care of myself, I couldn't do it, bro. I would have to get on semen retention. I would have to get on NoFap. I would have to really focus on what I need to do and prioritize. Because you can't come to the table as a man without having at least enough to take care of yourself. Because often a woman would take advantage of that too, because she's looking at you like less than a man. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is, man, when people take you for granted, you must deny their access, man. You don't owe nobody nothing. I don't care how much you like an individual, how much they seem like decent folks and all of that. Actions speak louder than words. Yeah, sister in the chat says, yeah, my legs are closed for a while. Respect. Yeah, somebody said at least a place to live in a car. Yeah, you know, the bare minimum. Even if you don't have those things, at least have some direction. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said currently going through the 9-year off relationship, access has been denied. That's what's up. Somebody said yes, because how you going to take care of you and your woman when you can't handle your own? Yeah, you got to be at the very least able to take care of yourself. And that's what a lot of brothers got to understand. This is why a lot of these sisters out here can play the games they play and manipulate the way they play, because you didn't have your priorities in order. If you got your own pad and you got freedom to move how you move, these women can't take advantage of you. They can't play around with you like that. A lot of times people take advantage of you because they know that you need them. They know you need them. Yeah, somebody said too much going on in the world. Think about it, sex just being 100. Yeah, you just got to be careful, man. If you into inordinate affections, you can expect that willy lump lump. You know, that's that disease that's spreading around. If you into all that flagrant behavior that God deems abominable, that God frowns upon, then you can expect things to happen. If you out here practicing whoredom, meaning you just dealing with randoms, and you dealing with joints out here that just, you don't even care if they unclean, you just thinking with your flesh, then you can expect certain things to happen. It's all about how you move as a man. Like, you shouldn't be fearful. You got to live your life. Don't let the media make you afraid, because if you allow that to happen, that means it worked. It means it worked, because that's what they want, divide and conquer. They don't want us being fruitful. They don't want us multiplying. They don't want us coming together. So you just got to know how to move. And if you got a set of rules, code of conduct, ethics, standards that you live by, you going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? Don't have fear. Yep. Real talk. Somebody said, fully committed to the Most High. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Somebody said, you always spot on, New Breed. Have to catch the playback. All right, thank you, thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. And right now, man, we're in crucial times where you got to be able to trust the people that you in close confides with. It got to be a trust factor, man. There's a lot going on with these programs of gang stalking. There's a lot going on, man. And it seems like they're turning the heat up, because after the pandemic ended, everybody was under some type of scrutiny and observation, because they had everybody still, they had everybody in their house, and they had all of these agencies that was just out in the streets while all the chaos and civil unrest was going on. So it was almost like the entire world was being gang stalked. But now, since that pandemic has slowed down, now the chosen ones, they're turning the heat up on the chosen ones. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but these napkins that's being laced with fentanyl being placed underneath the door handle it's like spreading. This is a thing they're doing. This is a thing these perpetrators are doing to single women. Now, I was watching a video earlier. It's a woman being followed. She's clearly being followed to the point she was at a venue. She had to go to security. And again, they found the fentanyl napkin underneath her door handle. And this is what these gang stalkers are doing. This is what these perpetrators are doing. So, I know that a lot of ladies are maybe getting moral support and mental support from certain brothers out there. But listen, as a single woman, you got to really be paying attention to your surroundings, because these stalkers are out here, the weirdos out here, the demons in meat suits are out here, and they are watching you ladies because they know that you're vulnerable. They know that there's no man there. This is what they created this society to be right now. So now they can take all the Satanists, they're going to release them to society. And their goal is to kidnap, organ harvest, and sex traffic. And some of them are just demented. Their whole goal is just to kill. They out to kill. And I know as righteous people, it's hard to wrap our mind around this blanket society, but it exists. And it's very primitive. And it's very relevant in America right now. It's very relevant in America right now. It's like America has become the underbelly. You got to be around people right now that love you. You got to be around people right now that give you your flowers while you living. You understand? You got to be around people who tell you how important you are, how special you are to them. Because it's so many people operating in secrecy. It's so many people being conniving and treacherous. There's so many people with darkened hearts and alternative motives that you need people who are going to be transparent and tell you how they feel about you. Just be upfront with people. You got to be around that. You can't be around people who are two-faced. They're taking you for granted. You don't know what type of list they putting you on. You don't know what kind of compromising positions that some of these people may be in. Their positions may be compromised, so they're willing to throw you under the table because they were taking you for granted anyway. They thought that you were supposed to be there whenever they wanted you there. They thought you were disposable and you were supposed to be there at their leisure. Now you got to leave them behind. And everybody should have the video thumbed up. Everybody should have the video thumbed up. Because what I'm doing right now is trying to pour into y'all. All I ask is that you just hit the like button. Support my content, support my work. Stop taking me for granted. I know my worth. I can literally take all my content and go to Patreon, but I truly have a passion for what I do. And I want the world to be able to see what I'm doing. But all it takes is for y'all to support. Don't take me for granted. Because you don't know, I don't think a lot of y'all know what I'm going through. I don't even tell y'all everything I'm going through. I'm going through things that it's a challenge to do what I'm doing. It's a challenge. King Connect, thank you for the $5 contribution. Says, appreciate you, New Breed. Thank you. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for supporting. Somebody said, positive, appreciating words take someone a long way. It really does. It really does. Somebody said, you get tired of watching your back with people that say they love you. You are amazing and thank you. Absolutely. And that's why we got to stay prayed up and ask for discernment. Because a lot of people who say they love you, not all people, but a lot of people, they use that word love as a weapon of mass destruction. That's what they do. They use it as a weapon. They use it to love bomb you. Just like in the Truman Show, the movie The Truman Show with Jim Carrey. When Jim Carrey was waking up from the Matrix, the agent, which was his wife, called his friend over to the house. Every time he stepped out of line, anytime he was breaking the program, the wife would hop on the phone with those people. She called what was perceived as a genuine friend over. And he came over and love bombed her. Man, we love you, man. We know you know how much we love you. What are you talking about? Why are you on this truth talk? Why you became all spiritual all of a sudden? Why you constantly reading that Bible, man? Don't you know we love you? Can't no God, can't no spirituality, can't no Bible. give you the love we got. Don't leave us. As if you have to choose between your creator and these people. And I hate to tell y'all, a lot of times you do. A lot of times you got to choose between your God, your awakening, your enlightenment, your peace, and your purpose over your people that you may love deeply. But a lot of times you got to make a choice to either go it alone and be prepared to go it alone and do it, or, deal with being love bombed just so they can keep you at a certain level. A lot of people fear what y'all can become, man. There's times where I feel I was been taken for granted, and I'm telling you, I go on a whole blocking spree. And that's how you got to do it on social media, your contact list, all of that. I don't play games with people. I don't like when people, and let me tell you, let me give you some telltale signs. Ladies and gentlemen, if somebody tell you they're going to do something and don't do it, they're taking you for granted. If they say to you they're going to do something and don't do it, that person don't give a damn. Now, mind you, sometimes people get busy, sometimes things happen, sometimes people need a reminder. But what I'm saying is use your discretion with this. If it's something that you've done for them, but when it's their turn to do it for you, and they say they're going to do it, they don't do it, they take you for granted. Meaning, if you've already brought something to the table in that situation, and it's their turn to reciprocate the same type of energy that you expelled, and they don't love you. They take you for granted. You are a stepping stool. They use you at your leisure. You're a peasant to them. They look down on you. They think they're better than you. And those type of people, they must be blocked. They must be blocked from your phone. They must be blocked from your social media. And don't be petty. Don't be one of those people, oh, this person, I like this person photo, they didn't like mine, so I'm blocking them. No, come on now. Use discretion. What makes you think they seen your photo? Now, do you know how the algorithm works on these platforms? Everybody don't see everything. You got some people who are narcissistic, and they want validation and constant attention all the time. Why this person ain't reaching out? Why that person ain't do that? Oh, they taking me for granted. Nah, use discretion. People have lives. Especially if you know an individual is a very busy person. Respect people's time. But at the same time, you know when somebody's playing games with you. A lot of you brothers out here are taken for granted on a daily basis. Especially men in truth. Men in truth, man, we take it for granted on social media all over the place. And I got to give a message to all my fellow content creators and my brothers. Man, listen, brothers, I know it's difficult and it's frustrating as hell when the same things we're saying is being stolen, being used, and being perverted. And the original people who are really crying out and preaching from the rooftop and speaking the real deal, we get pretty much isolated on social media. We don't get pushed. We don't get the support. We don't get the likes. We don't get the shares that we deserve. And it's quite often we're not celebrated. And there's times where that can cause depression because it's like, wow, this world really don't love the truth. You got a lot of people who have a religious spirit. You got a lot of individuals that pop up in these chats. They pop up in shows, and they have a religious spirit. They like how things sound. It may tickle their ears. It may make them feel a certain way, but they really ain't in the truth. They really don't have love, because if you're not promoting the work, if you're not supporting, if you're not sharing, if you're not liking, if you ain't contributing, then really you show no action that you're appreciative of that person. You show no action that you actually have love for that person. You show absolutely no action. And that's something that can really, really make brothers turn a little bit bitter, a little bit cold, a little bit upset, because it's like, man, you know, I have a genuine love for my people. And let me tell you this right now. It may seem like I'm condemning my people sometimes. It may sound like condemnation to y'all. But to be totally frank with you, I actually sympathize with my people. I actually sympathize. And if I didn't love my people, I would not waste my time, bro. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. If I don't love you, I would not waste my time. You know what I'm saying? Hector, thank you for the $20 contribution. Highly appreciate it. Somebody said, no expectations in the game, just gotta trust the Most High. Right, yeah, that's true too. You really can't expect much from people in a broken society. In a society full of moral decay, in a society where everybody's out for self, in a society of narcissists. You can't expect people just to be on the righteous side of things. This is the reason why we can have a video that got 30,000 views and only 2,000 likes. Like, why is that? What is the rest of the people doing? Don't they know? Don't you all know that there's a couple videos within the last 2 weeks that should have been viral? I had the exact amount of people in the chat where it went viral, but guess what stopped it? Not enough likes. It should have went viral. It didn't, all because people didn't like the video. The people in the chat, they liked the video on live stream, but the people on playback, they watched it. They got the spiritual voltage that they signed up for, but they didn't show no support. So what YouTube does is they'll pummel the video. It's like, okay, this video started off real hot, but the people seem to not like it after a while. Or the video started off real hot, but in that first day, but the people watching on playback didn't push it to the next level. So, like, stop taking my content for granted. We've had some of the best guests on this show. We've put out a lot of things that have been stolen, recycled, reduplicated. This is the original source for a lot of talking points when it comes to chosen ones, when it comes to overcoming certain obstacles in life, when it comes to no fap, semen retention, that lifestyle change. Like, just don't take my platform for granted. Like it, share it, you know, do your part. Thank you for the $5 contribution, brother. Says, thank you, Bree. Because of your videos, my concubines are working on becoming wives. I'm keeping it 100 with them. That's what's up. Man, I wish I had my soundboard. I would do a round of applause for that. That's what's up. That's how it's supposed to be. Your concubines are working. They're putting in that work. They understand that you the king, and they're trying to get in position. And that's going to happen. So you ladies can take notes right now. That's what's happening in America right now. That's the whole move right now. Brothers are not accepting nothing less than women that's trying to please them and work themselves into their lives as someone who's important. We only dealing with women that see us as a prize. We only dealing with women who are willing to please us, satisfy our desires. We're not trying to chase y'all out here. That's the thing. Brothers, get it on their own, get your lives together, and put yourself in a position where you can live your life freely and do what you got to do as a man. That's what it's about. That's really what it's about, man. Thank you for the $20 contribution, living for Yah. I highly appreciate it. Yeah, stay strong out here, fellas, because the same women that's out here taking y'all brothers for granted, them same women that's taking you brothers for granted, once you deny access, they ain't gonna know what to do. Somebody said, you're mental. Jonathan Carpenter, I don't know what you meant by that. I don't know if that's a disrespectful comment, but I'm gonna put you on timeout because you need to be a little bit more clear about what you talking about, bruh. I ain't gonna block you, but I'll put you on timeout. There you go. Sit down and think about it. Sit down and think about it. If something don't seem right in my chat, you already know how I get down. Yes, indeed. I'll put you on timeout. Just like the person who said on my last show, they said, Newbury, you need love. I blocked him at first. Then I turned around, let him back, put him on timeout. I gotta be fair. Y'all know I'm swift with that block button. But I gotta balance it out. Sometimes people just be tweaking a little bit. Sometimes y'all be tweaking, and you just gotta sit in the corner like a child for a second. Sometimes you just gotta sit down and sit in the corner till it's time for you to come out. See, that's how you gotta do some adults. You gotta sit them in the corner like they're in kindergarten class. And so they could think about what was said and how they behave, and then you let them back in. Hey, have you learned your lesson? You gotta tell grown adults, you coming in somebody else's chat and somebody else's show on somebody's platform, hey, let me put you on timeout. Have you learned your lesson? It's a damn shame. Yep, somebody said, Breed, I just want to say thank you for everything. I lost my way, and for your help, found my way back to being a better version of myself, and for my husband. Much love. All praises to the Most High. That is such a blessing. See, for everybody who think that it's nothing but misogynist talking points and hate speech and all of these other things over here on this channel, actually, if you really paying attention, if you're a woman that's listening, we making relationships great again. We making relationships great again because it's honesty on the table. It's honesty on the table. And when honesty's on the table, man, the limitations are endless. The limitations are endless. Abby B says, I need a wrench. Yeah, I'm going to start giving out more wrenches. We do need more wrenches out here on the channel. Moving forward, we really do. Somebody said, society got too many people brainwashed to accept, be like it's reality. Yeah, society is going bananas, bro. With these damn gang stalkers and witches and devils and demons and sorcerers. Man, there's a lot going on. You got to protect your children in this day and age. Man, I just seen that they got tarot cards for kids up in the toy stores. They got tarot cards for children, bro. I can't make this up. John, thank you for the $50 contribution. Says, cut out those who don't deserve your attention. 99% want to be you. Wow. Man, John, that is provocative right there. I never even thought of it that way. Cut them off when they take you for granted, because more than likely they want to be you. And you're right, sometimes it's not that they take you for granted. It may be pure jealousy, just pure, unadulterated, unfiltered jealousy. And they got that snooty attitude as if they better than you, but really they just jealous of you. And it don't matter your social status, economic status, financial status, whatever, it doesn't matter. There's some people that really, you may be at a lower totem pole than them, a different ecology from them, a lower standard than what the world perceives, but guess what? They still jealous of you. You think they just looking down on you. No, they're actually jealous. They're trying to make you feel a certain way. They're trying to gaslight you to make you feel like you're not as important. You know what I'm saying? Or you're not it. Real talk. They be projecting. But the real talk, man, like, they got, like the tarot card thing. You know, the Bible says, train up a child in the way you would have them go and they won't depart from the faith. Imagine this. They got tarot cards for children. Meaning if you teach them children evil, wickedness, then they ain't going to depart from that either. See, it's a double-edged sword, because this is where all these agents come from. When we talking about gang stalking, let me tell you, man, the Lord showed me something. Some of these gang stalkers been trained since children. Like they've been groomed. They've been in fusion centers. Like when you watch certain movies and shows like Stranger Things and how they be in these little fusion centers learning certain things, and how they got these children in certain places. Yo, there are places underground where they groom people to basically watch people in society. They groom them since children, bro, to be demons in meat suits. I'm telling you, man. This is why you got to be in the confines of people you can trust, man. People that you know one hand washes the other. You got to be around individuals where you know one hand washes the other, man. And that you can trust them with your life. And that they're transparent about your brotherhood or your sisterhood or your friendship or what have you, that everybody's transparent, everybody's keeping it a buck. And it's difficult to find people like that. But if you watch my videos, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you watch these videos and you really internalize what's being said, I'm gonna tell you right now, you will attract the right type of people. They will be God-fearing, they'll be righteous. You're gonna go through the rigmarole. Oh man, let me tell y'all something. For this truth, you will be tried. I hate to yell at y'all like that, but you will be tried. You're gonna get tried for this. Oh, better believe when you unplug from the matrix, it's coming, bro. Oh, it's coming. Don't think it's all peaches and cream. Don't think it's easy street where the sun's always shining, not a cloud in the sky. When you come into the truth, don't think that. Nah, you got to go through the flames. You got to go through the pain. You got to go through backstabbers, liars, slanderers, gossipers, people turning people against you. You got to deal with liars, people just straight lying on you for no reason. You got to deal with haters. You got to deal with all that. You got to deal with all that. But it's worth it. It's worth it. Real talk. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, let's get the thumbs up to 1,000. We got 850, but we got 1,200 people in the room. Why we can't get 1,000 likes, y'all? Let's get it to 1,000. Let's do it. So you can see the difference that it makes numbers wise. All it takes is a button, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. Somebody says, I'm schizophrenic. Schizophrenic. You know, I'm going to block you. Just because I get charged up sometimes don't mean I'm schizophrenic. Because you know what? You got me messed up. You got me messed up. Don't come into my house being disrespectful. This is my house, boy. What's wrong with you? Don't come in here doing that. You won't make it. Demons don't make it in my house. Oh, they get the boot. This is a solemn assembly. This is a sanctified sanctuary that we in. Over here, when people come over there to this channel, they're not coming over here to play no games. These ain't cheering over here. These ain't cheering over here. We come over here to have peace and build with like-minded people, because every single day we dealing with devils out here in these streets. Every day we go to work, we dealing with a demon, a jealous demon who's trying to close opportunities for us. We dealing with somebody who's scoffing, somebody who's trolling, somebody who's trying to smile in our face every day. Just smiling in your face every day, knowing damn well after work, on lunch break, they talking about you. Our people don't want, listen, when we come over here, we don't come to play around. We come to build with family. Thanks for the $5 contribution. Says Shalom, my brother New Breed from Rome, Italy. May God continue to bless you. Keep edifying, my brother. Absolutely. Thank you, family. I appreciate it. Yeah, we don't come here for all that. You won't make it over here. And don't think you're going to do that on my music channel either. It's the same response. Because sometimes they be like, oh, he on his music channel. Maybe he come just to maybe we can come play around over here. No, you're going to get blocked. We don't do that nowhere over here. We keep our platforms clean of trolls and bots. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, after the show ends, I'm hoping that you can all do a bot check. And we are so close to getting this 1,000 likes. Let's get it. We're about 60 likes away. Somebody said, plenty of devils in here today. You making them mad, Breed. Oh, I know. Yeah, they just getting their troll on. They doing what it is they were sent forth to do. Being human leeches. Somebody says they were speaking that curse to themselves, young king. Can't curse what God has blessed. Real talk. No, I think they said schizophrenic like that because I start yelling. Sometimes I'll be calm, cool, and collected, but when the Lord is talking, when the Holy Spirit is moving, I get excited sometimes. It's been many times I've been out in parks, out in public, and I've been doing streams, and next thing you know, everybody at the park staring at me. And I'm like, man, I was yelling. I be in the spirit, man. I be blacking out. They be looking at me like, dang, who is he yelling at on that phone? Everybody at the park just looking. I don't care. I'm like, yeah, I'm preaching right now. It is what it is. Yeah, somebody said you passionate about what you do. Absolutely. Yep, the Bible says that's a joyful noise. Yep, yep. But it's just a blessing to be dealing with like-minded people, man, and building the way we build. Listen, if they take you for granted, deny them access. There's a lot of people that y'all gonna be blocking probably today at the sound of my voice. Some of y'all got y'all phones out right now, and y'all like, yeah, it's time for this person to get on up out of my life. I'm gonna stop wasting my time with these individuals. Some of y'all gonna get off here, and y'all gonna be blocking a lot of people on social media doing some cleaning. I believe that every season that goes by, you should clean your social media, because in social media, people have spirits too. Sean the Navigator, thanks for the $5 contribution. Says, love you, bro. Keep making Satan angry and Yahuwah rejoice. Proverbs 27:11. Yes, thank you, Sean Navigator. Salute to you. Y'all subscribe to that brother too. He's a powerful brother. I'm looking forward to having him back on my show as well. Views from the couch. Thank you for the $5 contribution as well. It's highly appreciated. Thank y'all for the support. Somebody said I'm blocking constantly, blocking all my haters. Real talk. Social media holds spirits too, man. These phones, these devices, they're nothing but portals. If you got people in your social media that are just, they give you a bad energy, they give you a bad spirit, and sometimes you know, regardless of what they type, regardless of what they say, you can just tell certain spirits ain't adding up. You can look at them. When you become spiritually aware, you can look at certain people in your chat. You can look at certain people in your comment section on Instagram. You can look at people in your inbox on Instagram, and you like, yo, them spirits is not adding up, bro. Them spirits don't feel right, because everything is spiritual, and the Lord will show you certain things. Regardless of what they say, you know when you're dealing with a perp, you know you're dealing with a hater, you know you're dealing with an agent. Block them. Don't play around with them, and don't entertain them, because it's time for the chosen ones to ascend to the highest levels and our fullest potential, man. Listen, with that being said, I love each and every one of y'all. Support my content at newbreed.love. Everybody turn that post notification bell on so you can get videos as they're being uploaded. I cannot wait to have this show tomorrow. I may even go live tonight, because there's also some sources that I would like to draw. But if I don't, I definitely will be seeing y'all tomorrow for that very special show that we're going to be having with Brother Matt Pressberry. And this is a solid brother right here, man. I done broke bread with that brother. I done built with him in person. And this brother right here is a strong brother, and he's an advocate for fathers. So all the brothers, y'all got to be there, because we're going to be talking about, you know, the proper tools needed, and it's going to be some advice to help brothers be more efficient in fatherhood, right? Now, this is going to be great. You know, also support my work at patreon.com. Support me at newbreed.love. I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. With that being said, shalom and peace.